What a unique man. What a unique musician. An unsung hero. I mean, he was respected. I always told him, I even wrote to him many times saying how much I thought he was a genius. And I don't give a shit what the world says or understands. Take it from one of your peers. You're a flippin' genius and you're just amazing. You've created a whole style that has been
Yeah.
so copied. You were the trailblazer. Trailblazer. It's always harder to lead than follow, and he was definitely a leader in his field. They, people like that are rare,
Yeah.
rare in this earth. And every opportunity I got, I would tell him how much I appreciated what he had done for guitar and music. We had a friendship. The first electric band tour I did was a quartet, and his band opened for us right
Oh,
throughout the
really?
U.S. So,
Oh,
yeah, so he would come off the stage every night and say, "I'm sorry you had to hear that." He was the most self-deprecating person
yeah,
I
yeah,
ever met. He was so down on himself. He thought because he couldn't read music, that he was less than. It's the stupidest thing ever. Um, and after a while, we'd always say, "Man, that was amazing." We'd be off the side of the stage going, "That's incredible." And he would go, he'd walk off the stage like this, head down. It was horrible. And after a while, we started to agree with him. We go, "Oh man," we'd be holding our noses as he came off the stage, and then he started to laugh and loosen up. He was
yeah,
very English. I'm Australian, so I could relate to the humor. You know,
yeah.
um, but we did that record, Truth in
Yeah,
Shredding.
yeah. That's why. Yeah, that's
Mark Varney was a huge fan of Alan and a huge fan of mine, and his big dream was to put us together. Which was, at first I went, I can't be on the same record with him. That guy is like, whoa, forget it. Anyway, he asked me to produce it, so I chose the songs. A lot of them were Brecker tunes and my favorite jazz tunes. There was one original composition. But the thing I wanted, when I first heard Holdsworth, I heard him on Jean-Luc Ponty's album called Enigmatic Ocean.
Ocean. Yeah,
And that first track where Alan comes in with his tone and the notes, and it was just like the most refreshing guitar I ever heard in my life. I'd never heard anything like it, and I had no idea how he played. I couldn't figure it out at all. So I gave up trying. I never even tried to play like Alan. A lot of people kind of copied his style,
yeah,
but I had no idea as a kid. What the hell? It was 74, I think, in Enigmatic Ocean, or 76, something like that. I was
yeah,
16.
yeah,
So I always, when I heard him play his own music, it was very esoteric and, a lot of chords, chord, 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 chord. It's like, ugh, it's exhausting.
yeah,
Brilliant, but exhausting, even for someone who can understand the depth of what he's doing. And the chords he plays were
yeah. It's insane. Yeah,
insane.
yeah,
Just, and so, but I always wanted to hear him again, like that Jean-Luc Ponty record, on chords that were simpler, with a bit more space, like a couple of bars of each chord. And so I chose those kind of songs. And the funny thing in that contract for Truth in Shredding, Mark Varney was such a guitar freak that he said each solo has to be 2 minutes long from each of you in each song. I mean, where do you find a contract like that these days? That
I
doesn't.
love it.
Each solo has to. I had to time the choruses so that there was enough choruses going around. And so there's a lot of guitar on those records. But to hear Alan playing over what I call standard chord progressions was really kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so I did my best. Alan was not able to record with us. I recorded live with the band.
Ah, okay.
He added his parts later in his own studio in his own time because I knew that that would be the best approach for him. If he had to do it live, he wouldn't have been happy, and I
Yeah, yeah.
knew. just know his character. And so that's how it happened. And I remember we mixed the album together in the studio. And I mean, literally, he was 1 foot away from me, and I'd watch him play, and I still couldn't figure out what he was doing. Even this close, I'm going, what do you do? I just don't. And he didn't know what I was doing either. So it kind of, he said, what are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? One hand, you know. He was brilliant, and you know, I'm really glad I got to know him as a person and have that one album documented together. It was
man,
an honor and a pleasure to have done that with him.